morning. Are you frozen? There you are. Good morning.
Hi, it's really glitchy today.
Oh,
We'll see. I keep freezing. It keeps being weird. I've been sitting here for a bit, so we'll see if it works.
okay.
How are you, Peggy?
I'm doing well. For some reason, technology is getting to me. It just drives me, makes my head explode.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Ah! Yeah. But otherwise, given everything that's going on, I'm perfectly fine.
How's your health? How's your health doing?
So far there's no evidence of disease recurrence, so I'm happy about that. I mean, I've had my head examined. I've had a CT scan, nothing popped up. Blood work seems to be good. I see him every 6 months now, and instead of every 3 months. And so I'm holding my own.
That's amazing. I'm so happy to hear that.
Oh boy.
What a journey.
No kidding. No kidding. So I just have to, I had some kidney damage from the dye medium as a result of the CT scans. So they have to keep a watch on that, but
Yeah.
I don't feel any effects from it. And my nephrologist thinks that it's just a result of the chemo treatments, not a chronic kidney disease. So that's good.
I hope you can keep reinforcing the health of your, organs.
That's right. That's right. I think it's a combination of everything. It really helps.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're so dedicated to your own care and health, and you're inspirational, and
I love try.
Your attitude. It's such a great attitude and outlook. And that's really all we can do,
And I'm blessed with that. I just, I guess you can't keep me down.
Yay for that. I'm so happy for that. All right, everybody, we're here. I was telling Peggy it's glitchy. My computer's been glitchy today. I don't know if it's the rainy weather, but hopefully this will be smooth, but it took me a while to get in, but we're here now. So that's all that matters. And how is everyone? Lanny, you're in a new spot.
I've been moved. This is where I started a few months ago, but it's not by the wood stove. It's too hot, and we just got in from our hike to the marsh, and so I moved to the cooler room.
Okay,
so,
good.
And my computer's being glitchy too. So anyway, good morning. Hi, Darian. Hi, Peggy.
Hi there.
Good morning, everyone. Let's start seated this morning. So if you want to sit up on a block, you can do that. I'm going to scoot back. I wore my bright orange pants on the rainy day. I love the drizzle though. It's so great. All right. So just finding a comfortable seat. Can be up on a block if you want. Let your hands rest in your lap. Take a deep breath. Let it go. If you'd like to let your eyes close, allow your eyes to gently close. Take several more full deep breaths. Just feeling into your body and your mind and your emotions this morning. What we were just talking about was, that positive attitude, and Peggy's been such an inspiration in showing up every day, just full of love and life and vibrance, despite whatever's going on. And I just love that. And, I think that it's a muscle that we can strengthen, those feeling that we have blessings and focusing on the positives and starting right here this morning. Maybe holding in your mind's eye what you have to be grateful and thankful for. think what we think and perpetuate over and over again is what we create in our world, or the way we approach our world, so we can strengthen that muscle of gratitude. Sitting up really tall, finding that great big lift in your spine. Let's bring your hands together at your heart. Let's just begin practice today with the sound or vibration of Om. So together, if you'd like, we'll take a deep breath in. Om. Softly open. And let's just take the arms from the center. You'll bring the elbows up and extend the arms straight out from the center and draw the shoulder blades gently down the back or together behind you. We're just going to hold this for about 5 breaths. We'll start to gradually build some heat in the shoulders. Draw the jawbone back, lift the crown of the head up, hold the front ribs in and hold for 3. For 2, get a little bit longer. Good for 1. And then we'll start some slow movements, circling forward, circling from the shoulder. Elbows stay straight and strong, energetically pulling the shoulder muscles back in towards the torso. Good little circles. If you want it to get a little faster to build some heat, you can. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and go right into the other direction. Go backwards. You can start slow or go quickly. Start to notice where you fatigue first, and then try to pull in closer to the bone, pulling into the center, to the core. For 5, 4, 3, don't give up yet. Hold that. Turn the palms to face forward. Bring the arms towards the midline in front of you. Good. And then press the shoulders forward and then pull the shoulders straight back. Press forward like you're rounding the upper back and then pull back. Good. Press it forward. Stay there and then take the arms up towards the ceiling. So you're lifting the shoulders up and then again pull them down. So we'll do that same action here. Lift the shoulders up, shoulder blades up, and then draw them down. One more time. Lift up, draw them down, and then you'll lift up, take the arms forward, pull the shoulder heads backwards, hold for 5, 4, draw the jawbone back, 3, 2, and 1. Let the arms come down. Good. Take some shoulder rolls or shoulder shrugs. Good. And then reach the right fingertips towards the floor. Drop the left ear or one ear, doesn't matter which one, to the shoulder. Just feel the stretch in the upper traps and neck. And close your eyes if you like. Just full deep breaths in and out. Bring the hand back into your lap, head back up on top of the spine. Go to the other side. So reach, drop, soften both shoulders. Breathe into the side of the neck and the upper traps to the top of the shoulders. Hopefully you've built a little heat with those little mobility drills. Hold it, breathe. And lift the head, slide the hand back into your lap, and gently come forward into tabletop, onto hands and knees. I'm gonna take my socks off. Good. So from tabletop, we're going to do the shoulder protraction again. So from tabletop, spread your fingers. Make sure the index finger is aiming forward. Arms are straight. Lower arm bones draw in towards each other. Forearms squeeze in a little bit. And then sink between the shoulder blades. That's like pulling the shoulders back. And then press the shoulder blades away from each other, lift between the shoulder blades. That's pressing the arms forward. And do that again. Sink and lift. retract the shoulder blades, sink between them, pull them back towards the ceiling or towards the back body, and then press them towards the floor. Press into the hands, lift between the shoulders and stretch. 2 more times. Sink and lift. Last one, sink it down. Then you're going to lift it up and hold it there and lean forward slightly into the fingertips, length of the fingers. Lift, 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 push down into the palms. You should feel the core body start to turn on or light up, and hold for 3, 4, 2, and then 1. You'll set it back into child's pose. Big toes to touch, hips to heels. You might even bring the arms down by your sides and drape them over your shoulder, or shoulders over your knees. One more breath. Back up to tabletop. And take the hands, actually keep the hands where they are. Let's do the same thing. So you're going to push the floor away, create that lift into the upper spine, and then take one leg back. So on the ball of the foot, and then really get into the hands, press the other leg back. So holding a high plank with that lift between the shoulders right here. So push the floor away, pull into the core, maybe even rock to the tiptoes, shifting forward into the length of the fingers, and hold, just hold. Squeeze the forearms towards each other. Might feel some heat rising in the body. Lengthen the tailbone to the heels, hold for 3, 2, good. And then you'll just lower all the way down onto your belly. And we'll come up into Sphinx pose, coming up onto the forearms. Just be like, kind of chill after that plank. You can draw the jawbone back, lengthen the rib cage forward, press the feet down and breathe. I sometimes rock a little side to side to lengthen the rib cage away from the pelvis to get more space in the lumbar spine. Good, and from here you'll lower down, bring the hands back under the shoulders, press up to tabletop, and then start to crawl the arms forward into puppy pose. So you can stay up on the fingertips if you like, or flat palms. Take your time, soften between the shoulder blades, sinking until the forehead or chin comes to the mat. The palms can be flat, or fingers can be tented. Elbows are welcome to be on the ground. Try to allow the shoulders to open. Allow the breath to filter into the upper back. Just taking one more breath here. And then gently lift up, walk your hands all the way back towards the knees. We're coming to a forward fold at the back of the mat. So tuck the toes under, press to your feet, and rock back into your forward fold. And this you can hold on to your elbow points, opposite hand to opposite elbow. Maybe you add a small sway or movement side to side. Your hands softly to the floor. Lift up to a flat back. So you can have hands on the shins or fingers to the floor. Lengthen the spine. And then fold forward again. We'll come back down into ragdoll again. Drop your head. Lengthen the sides of the waist. Press down evenly into your feet. A little soft bend in the knees. Release the hands to the floor. One more time. Halfway lift. Just lengthen and extend. And then forward fold again, dropping your head, your elbows, lengthening the spine. Release the hands to the ground. And you'll crawl forward into downward dog. And if you want to come to the knees first, you can do that, or find your way out into your downward dog. Your right leg up to the sky here. So you can bring your feet closer together if that feels good. Take the right leg up and bend the knee and open through the right hip. Set the right foot down, switch legs. Just simply go to the other side, left leg up, bend the knee, roll open. Set the left foot down, take a nice deep breath in. Breathe out. And then walk the feet up towards the hands, the front of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, bow, exhale. Extended mountain, rise to the top. Big breath in, sweeping the arms up. And bring your hands down to the heart. We'll move through some sun salutations. We'll do sun ski this morning. So standing in mountain pose, at the front of your space. Arms come down by your sides. Good, Peggy. Good, Darian. And then when you're ready, on your inhale, you'll sweep your arms up. Big breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back. Set your right knee to the ground. Inhale to low lunge. Left foot forward, right leg back. Arms can sweep up. We'll stay here for a breath or two. Maybe softening the shoulders, jawbone draws back. Set the hands back down to the mat. You'll step it back to high plank. Then you can lower to low plank or to your belly. Upward dog or maybe cobra pose. Downward facing dog or child's pose. Lift your right leg to the sky. Inhale, stretch it straight back. Exhale, step it forward or help it there. Set the back knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Stay for a couple breaths. Just really warming the body up. Take one more breath in. Exhale, bring the hands down, tuck the back toes under, step forward. Left foot comes up to meet the right. Halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise, extended mountain. Again, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back first. Left knee drops down. Point the toes if you like. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Soft shoulders, maybe even palms parallel or palms can touch or be wide. It's really up to you. Take one more breath, lengthen the tailbone, lift the heart. Hands come to the mat, step it back. High plank, feel the connection of the hands and feet to the earth. Low plank, upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, press back. Lift your left leg to the sky, inhale. Exhale, step it or help it forward. Set the back knee down, come on up, low lunge. Stay here for a couple of breaths. You can go as deep as feels okay in your body today. Lengthen the tailbone, lift the heart, soften the gaze. Take one more breath in. On your exhale, bring your hands to the mat, tuck the back toes under and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now bend your knees, chair pose. So sit the hips down low, arms up high, arm bones by your ears. You can play with that, lifting the shoulders up, the little shoulder blades slide up, inner shoulders soft though, but to find more length through the waist and side bodies. Good, Peggy. Take another breath in, feel the strength in your legs, and exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and step back or hop back, high plank to low plank. or knees to the floor. Cobra or upward dog. Downward facing dog. Nice. Now just step the right foot forward. Come on up to warrior one. Left foot will spin flat. Sometimes I pause, my hands on my hips or at the heart, or when you're ready, taking the arms up. Good. Your gaze can be to the horizon, straight ahead, or you can start to lean back, taking the gaze up, but it's from the mid back, lifting the heart. A little deeper if you can. Press into the four corners of both feet, dip it down, but reach up high, and then set the hands down to the mat, and you flow, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. And take your time, right? We know we're gonna be here for a little bit, so take your time, be intentional in the setting up the foundation. Pay attention to how you're being here in your body, what you're telling yourself. Notice your thoughts, your feelings, emotions, sensations. Maybe go deeper. Maybe lift higher, go up and go back. And set the hands back down to the mat. And you get to flow, high plank, low plank, upward dog, downward facing dog. Stay here and breathe. Lift the right leg to the sky right here. And then you'll bring your knee down to the floor, right underneath the hip. So knee and shin to the floor, right under the hip. And then spin the left foot flat and we'll open to the left for side plank. The right arm is your base. Stay here for a few breaths, so really feeling to your core body. From the floor, you want to get light, pulling in and up into the center. Good. Bring the left hand now down to the mat. Tuck the left toes under, back to three-legged dog. Take the right leg up. And then step it all the way forward, right foot to right hand. Keep the left heel lifted, come up to crescent lunge. You can stretch the arms up if you like. Good, bring your hands to your heart and lean forward and take crescent for a twist. Hook your elbow to the right knee. Yep, go the other way, Darian. Left elbow, right leg, good. Then press the palms together to create some resistance to action, the twist. If you'd like to open the arms here, you can open the arms. Only if that serves you. Really check in. Does that serve you? Does that give you more access to something? Or does that close you off to something? What's possible right here? Good, and then warrior two, you'll bring it up and around. If you need to take a moment to reset your feet or straighten the leg and then bend it, you can. And take those arms out straight from center, just like we did at the beginning of our practice. You're going to try to hug into the muscles closest to the bone in your core. So the transverse abdominis, the rotator cuff hugs in, the shoulder muscles are hugging in. And then flip the right palm up, reverse your warrior, go up and back. And then bring it forward into side angle. You can set the forearm to the thigh or reach a little lower to the floor. Left arm of your choice. It might be straight up, arms still extended from the heart, or maybe extend the arm overhead. With the palm facing the floor, pinky finger spirals in. Maybe it's both arms overhead, really challenging your core muscles today. And then look down, bring your hands to the mat and flow. High plank, take your time. Low plank or to the belly. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, press it back. Good, lift the left leg up and back, just straight back. And then bring the knee and shin to the floor for side plank. Spin the right foot flat, open the right arm. Turn the body to face right. Try to get light into the left hand. Lengthen the tailbone towards the back heel. Keep the belly firm. So even as you breathe, you're trying to keep the belly from really ballooning out, keeping it firm here. We'll get to the balloon belly breath. Right now, keeping it firm and strong, supporting you like a corset. Good, bring the right hand back down, tuck the right toes under. Three-legged dog, send the left leg up and back. And then curl it in and step it forward for high crescent lunge. Back heel stays lifted. Come on up. Hip bones shine forward, back knee can be soft. And bring your hands to your heart. And lean forward and take that twist to the left, right elbow to left leg. And you resist. The knee and the elbow press into each other, palms press into each other. You feel your own strength and energy. If you'd like to open the arms here, if that serves you, do that. If it doesn't, then don't. Discover what is needed in your body. Come on up to warrior two. Spin the right foot flat and open up to the right. You can straighten or bend the left knee. Take a moment to get aligned and situated, and then arms are reaching from the heart, but you want to hug in towards the midline. It'll help you have endurance here. Noticing what's fatiguing first, and then pull into the deeper muscles. Flip the left palm up, reverse the warrior, go back. And then bring it forward into side angle. You can have your forearm on your thigh, or maybe hand comes a little lower to the floor or ankle or block. Right arm can be straight up, extending through the elbow, or arm can come overhead. Pinky fingers spirals to the floor. So the upper arm is in external rotation, spinning away from you, tricep spinning towards the floor. And hold this for 3, really find your breath. For 2, stay for 1 more breath. Good, Peggy, and then hands to the mat, and you flow high plank to low plank, or knees to the floor. Upward dog or cobra, you choose. Good, downward facing dog. We'll stay here and breathe for a few moments. Get rooted and grounded through your hands and through your feet. Listen to the sound of your breath. Relax the muscles in your face. Good. Lift your heels, start to tiptoe your feet towards your hands. Walk forward. Then feet to hip width distance, catch your big toes with your peace fingers, halfway lift. And forward fold, bend the elbows, drop the weight of your head. Press your hips up as you drop the head down. gorilla, slide the palms of the hands under the soles of the feet. And again, halfway lift and forward fold. Then the elbows curl in a little bit, lengthen the spine. Press the hips up and the heels down. And then squat. So release the hands. And toe heel the feet wider apart. And if your knees allow, come down into a squat. You can even squat on a block if you want. You can get the hips down between the heels. Try that. It's a good one for some hip mobility and low back lengthening. And then just check in. You're going to press the shoulders back, elbows back. Lift from the tail up into the crown of the head. Peggy. Good. And then we can play with some crow if you'd like, crow pose if you'd like, or you might just want to hold your squat today. So crow pose is hands plant, hips lift, knees snuggle to the triceps. You'll find the right spot that feels good on your body. And then shifting into the hands, shifting and pressing, and maybe pulling the feet up. It could be one foot at a time or both together. Good. And then take it back through a vinyasa. High plank, low plank, upward dog, downward facing dog. And lift your heels, walk your feet or hop your feet up to your hands. Take your time. Bring your hands to your hips and rise up to stand. And then stretch the arms overhead. You'll turn the right palm to face right, circle the wrist, a little lean to the left, opening the right side of the waist and shoulder.
Sure.
Come to the center and switch, turn the left palm left and go to the other side. Good. So circling the left wrist with the right hand, give that little stretch to the side. Bring it back to center, both arms go up, and then wrap the right arm under the left. For eagle, you'll bend the knees, and then wrap the right leg over the left or stack it. It's fine to have the toe at the floor, but tiny bit of leaning back as you come into that one-legged squat. Squeeze the left glutes, pull the low belly in. Steady your gaze and your thoughts. One pointed focus on your breath. Good, return to mountain pose, arms down. Take some shoulder shrugs if you'd like, or just standing and breathing. And then inhale, extended mountain, exhale, wrap the left arm underneath the right. Bend the knees, stack the left leg over the right. Squeeze into the center line, draw the jawbone back. Eyes steady on the horizon, right through your forearms. A little deeper, hug in a little tighter to that midline. And then return to mountain pose, pause. Take any movement that you want. And bring your left hand to your left hip. Take a standing leg raise. You're going to lift the right knee and catch it in your right hand here. Or if you want to hold the foot, you can, or use a strap on the foot. That's fine too. And then open the right knee to the right, reach the left arm to the left, maybe even look left. Get rooted and grounded through the big toe mound of the left foot. Nice, Lanny, good, Darian, you got it. And then bring it back to center line. And you're gonna switch hands, same knee, left hand to right knee or the outside of the foot if you have the foot. And then reach the right arm back behind you, standing up really tall, revolving through the rib cage. Rib cage is turning, navel center presses forward. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Bring it back to the center line, airplane. Take the right leg behind you. Arms go out like wings and hold for 5. Roll the pinky toes towards the ground. Right pinky toe to the ground. Spread your pinky fingers and all 10 fingers away from each other for 3, for 2, and 1. Come up to stand. Good. Take a big breath in, arms overhead. Big breath out, just float them down by your side. Good, mountain pose, pause. Bring your right hand to your right hip, standing leg raise, left leg. So you'll lift the knee, catch the shin or the foot, big toe or foot, or use a strap. Pulling into center, finding those deeper muscles closer to the bone, closer to the spine line and the bones of the body. And then open the left leg left, right arm right, and hug in. Hug the muscles in the chest and back in towards the spine line. To find the center. Bring it back to center, switch hands. So right hand to left leg, left arm behind you. And you can also hold the foot, pinky edge of the foot. Root down into the standing leg, lift up into the crown. Breathe and see. Come back to center and then swing that left leg behind you. Pinky toe towards the floor, hips level, square, arms out, airplane. Lift the shoulders to the ceiling, pull the front ribs in. Those low floating ribs pull in. You got it, Peggy. Breathe for 3, stretch the arms back a little bit, 2, yes. And 1, come on up to stand, feet flat, sweeping breath, arms overhead. And then just the arms float down by your sides. And then tree pose, right foot to left leg, or any other tree variation. If you want to take a figure 4 hip stretch, you can do that, or tree, foot to leg. Can be low or high, arms of your choice. So I always like to get established in my center first, and then grow my arms up. Maybe start to take your eyes up to where the wall in front of you meets the ceiling. Or maybe lift the gaze even higher if that suits you. Finding the perfect balance of effort and ease. Release the arms down by your sides. Set the right foot down next to the left. Standing mountain pose. Shift your weight to your right foot, your other foot, and then lift the left. Tree, and you can help it up high on the leg or just set it. And then I always like to get established in my center first, palms together, but you don't have to. When you're ready, maybe take the arms up. Maybe your eyes are best looking down today. Maybe that's where you feel the most grounded. Or looking towards the horizon. Or up at the diagonal. Elevating and lifting your energy up. Maybe towards the ceiling. Gently returning to mountain pose. 2 feet on the floor, arms by your side. Deep breath in, circle the arms up or float them up. Breathe out, forward fold, bow. Breathe in, lift to a flat back. And then step it back to high plank. We're gonna just hold this for a moment. Reestablished again in some strength and heat and groundedness. Lengthen the tailbone to the heels, pull the pit of the belly in. Maybe lift between the shoulder blades a tiny bit to get that arm bones even stronger, chest muscles and core even stronger. And then soften between the shoulder blades, bend the elbows lower to the belly. And press up into cobra or upward facing dog. And press back to downward facing dog. Walk or hop your feet to your hands. You're gonna sit down on your mat. Come into boat pose for a moment. So bring your feet and ankles together. Hold on behind the thighs. Rock back till you feel the core. And then reach one arm or both arms forward. Try to squeeze the feet and ankles together and then maybe lift the shins to parallel to the floor. If that feels okay, maybe even straightening the legs. Try to squeeze the feet and ankles together. Squeeze the knees and thighs towards the center line. Lift the sternum up towards the ceiling a tiny bit. Hold it for 3 more breaths. For 2. And then low boats. You're going to bring your low back all the way to the ground. All the way to the ground. Scoop the tailbone up. Hold the pit of the belly down. Shoulder blades lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lay all the way down flat. Stretch your arms overhead, stretch out through the body. And bridge. You'll bend the knees. So feet flat to the floor, arms down by your sides. On your inhale, go ahead and scoop the tailbone up. Lift the hip points towards the ceiling. Press the backs of the shoulders down to the earth. If you want to interlace your hands underneath your body, you can do that, or hold the edges of your mat. Sometimes that feels very grounding for the upper back. I'm constantly checking in with my feet. I tend to let my feet get dull here, and I want you to have your feet very alive, like spread the toes and press down or pull with the feet. Draw the front ribs in a little bit. Drawing them in and back. So the core body is also engaged. And hold this, just a couple more breaths. Squeezing with the leg muscles and glutes. Strengthening the back of the body. Good, and then you'll come down slowly and untuck the shoulders first. And pause at the floor, maybe even let the knees knock together, that constructive rest. We'll do that again, bridge, or if you'd like to try wheel, you can bring your hands by your ears to set up. You'll lift the hips first up into bridge and hold, and then maybe press into the hands and slide to the top of the head, and then press down to go up. Keep the feet active, not dull, in bridge or wheel. Nice job, Lanny, I love it. One leg, maybe one leg bridge or one leg wheel. The chin, if you're in wheel, come on down, everyone. Take a pause at the floor, maybe that constructive rest. If you were in wheel, you can roll the wrists around. We're going to do one more, bridge or wheel, your choice. So set it up. Make good choices for yourself. You can lift the hips and bridge or press the palms down And come on up into wheel. Slowly and gently lowering down. And get all the way down, bring your feet together, knees apart, Baddha Konasana. Full deep breaths in and out through the nose. And gently draw the knees together and give them a squeeze up onto your chest. Rock a little bit side to side. And take both feet to the ceiling, point your toes, bring your hands down next to your hips. I want you to imagine that you're trying to lift the hips a tiny bit off the ground, like you could slide a piece of paper under the sacrum. So the low abs start to engage. You want to feel a tightening of the core, and then point the toes and draw a circle on the ceiling with your two legs zipped together like one. So it's like a paintbrush, and the whole time you're trying to keep the pelvis lifting up towards the ceiling. It's a tiny lift. So trying not to use your arms, use your core. Go the other direction, circle for 5, 4, 3, 2. Come to center, keep re-engage, lift up, and then lower the right leg towards the floor, hold. Try and scoop the tailbone up, and then lift the right leg up and switch legs. The whole time we're trying to scoop the tailbone up. The left leg lowers and then lifts. And then bring your hands behind your head. They'll do that again. Right leg lowers. This time, if you'd like, lift the head and shoulders, pause, and then lower the head and shoulders, lift the right leg back up. Lower the left leg, legs so straight and strong, and then lift the head and shoulders. Try and scoop the tailbone up, and then lower the head and lift the leg. Again, lower the right leg, lift the head and shoulders, try and scoop the tailbone up, leg muscles strong, and then lower the head, lift the leg. One more time, lower the left leg, lift the head and shoulders, pull the belly button down, try and scoop the tailbone up, and then lower the head, lift the left leg. Now stay there, bend the knees to 90 degrees, lift the head and shoulders off the ground, and we're just gonna burn out the core with 20 bicycles. So opposite elbow to opposite knee for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, not done yet. Squeeze everything in, elbows and knees together. Scoop the tailbone up, hold, try and press the elbows and knees together for 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. And then take the arms out wide. Let the knees just fall to one side. It doesn't matter which side. Just nice, easy twist. You can pretzel the legs so they're not stacked, or stack them if you like. They can pretzel either direction. Soften your belly, your rib cage, your shoulders, your jaw. They come to center and switch to the other side. Knees go to the other side. They can pretzel, meaning one slides above the other, and it doesn't matter which direction. So they're two different feelings. You can switch them halfway through. Take some full deep breaths in and out of your nose. Get back to center. You'll draw both knees into your chest. And then a reclined pigeon, set the left foot down, cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Or if you prefer half pigeon a different way, that's fine too. Just taking a gentle hip stretch. Feeling into your right hip. Down your breathing. Now switch to the other leg, taking your time. You need a moment to roll out your wrists or make any adjustments or take any counter poses, you can. And come on over to the left side when you feel ready. Breathe into this left hip and left side of your body, or wherever you notice it. So if you're feeling it somewhere else, not the left hip, that's okay too. Just be with whatever's true for you here. Release that, and you can take happy baby or hips on a block or shoulder stand. Any finishing postures your body wants. So hips on a block, shoulder stand, twist, headstand or handstand optional. Just legs up a wall or legs on a couch. Bend the knees and let your calves rest on a couch or a chair. It can feel so good and healing. Allowing yourself to get familiar with the sensation of rest. And the body starts to, like, I consider it coming down from the endorphin high of movement and exercise and strength and challenge. And then there's a feeling of like coming down. Relaxation is like a sensation that just starts to wash over you. And often I know for myself, I resist it. I feel like, oh no, I need to stay busy or stay in actioning, stay productive. If I stop, I'm not worthy. If I stop, I'll get too lazy. If I stop, all of those, statements or beliefs. might be there. And see if you can recognize them, what's in your way. And know that rest is a big part of growth and healing, recovery and restoration, of cell recovery in the body. And for the mind, such a necessity to sometimes come offline, to like give yourself permission to like let go or witness. And that washing over you, the washing over you of relaxation, not feeling. When you're ready to come into Shavasana, if you feel ready, you'll start to stretch your body out into Shavasana. Using props if you need to help your body rest. I often notice that from the neck down, my body can relax, but my neck up, I can't, or have a harder time. Even physically, my neck, my head, I stay alert. It's the vigilance that I've learned I need to have. But I also know it doesn't serve me all the time. It's okay to rest and relax and let go of trying to figure it all out, figuring out what you're hearing or figuring out what you're thinking or figuring anything out right here. Just be. It's okay. Few moments, really check in. Where can you let go a little bit more? Attention to your breath and your body. You can move your fingers and toes, just gently start to wake up. And if you like, you can come up to sitting. If you want to stay in rest longer, I'm always okay with that. I'll understand. Like you can stay there as I bring other people up. It's okay. If you'd like to come up and complete practice with us, that's fine too. Sometimes what you need is longer rest. I get that. And if you're upright, bring your hands together, touch in at your heart, and we'll seal our practice with another Om and just really let your body like seep in the vibration of that sound. Take a breath in. Lift your thumbs to your forehead center. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Lisa. Bye, everybody.